So today we have we have an awesome, an amazing person here with us. So he goes by the name Vitalis. I don't know if you've heard about him, but he's a pro, he's a master at this game, yeah. So we're talking about building your own NFT collection. So okay, I'll allow him to do the honors of talking about himself. So Mr. Vitalis, I'm not allowed to call you Mr. Vitalis or Vitalis is all right.
Let's just stick to Vitalis.
All right, cool.
Yeah. First off, thank you very much for having me on here.
That's all good.
It's a pleasure. Hello everybody. I'm Vitalis, Vitalis N or whatever you want to call it. And I'm a visual designer and digital creator. So I do create a wide array of multimedia, digital stuff like, designs, illustrations and all of that, which is why I'm pretty good at NFTs, I will say. I'm just pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's just to be humble. But yeah, let's just keep it like that. But yeah, thank you. Nice to have me and bring me on board, brother.
All right, no problem, no shit. So now, you have a project because I've been following for quite some time now. We've actually worked together and it has been awesome. So you built a project or an NFT collection. So can you just walk us through how the whole thing started, how you got the vision, or was it that you were sleeping and you just woke up and like, God, I want to start I want to start an NFT collection and all that shit. So how did so how did the inspiration, how did it come and also?
It was actually more so okay. So I believe you're referring to Hairs of Orisha, and
yes.
That is I refer to that as my baby because it's a project that I know it's currently on hold. Like I have a lot of stuff, I have a lot of ideas right now, but the schedule is not just allowing me to execute those things. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put this project on hold. But before I get to that, how I actually came about with Hairs of Orisha, which is my NFT project, was that I have been like throughout my journey of learning crypto and NFTs, I've actually been like, you know what, it'd be nice not just as a crypto guy, but as an artist that I am, like as creator that I am, to actually create a collection and then use NFTs as a medium to sell it. Okay. So yeah, that's how for a while I've been thinking like, oh man, what would be nice because if you're going to create a collection, it has to be things that's in some ways linked together. Like they have to have some sort of correlations,
Yeah, sure.
So I was like, damn, all right, cool. So that was throughout last year. I was thinking about that for basically half of last year. Then this year came around and I came back. I was in Lagos at the time. I came to Lagos and I was just doing some practicing on my laptop. I just every now and then at the time I had a lot of spare time on my hands because I just came to the country newly and I was new to a lot of things. So yeah, so I was just practicing on my laptop, like some digital drawing, and one of my colleagues saw it and he was like, "That looks nice." I was like, respect, thank you, respect that. So yeah,
okay.
He was like, "That looks nice," and I'm like, "All right, cool, thanks, man." And then he was like, "That looks like one of these, he started doing that Nigerian thing, all this obanje." Say it looks like one of these obanje. I was like, God damn it. I was like, for me, because the difference is that
Obanje is like witches and wizards in Nigeria, Okay. All right.
Exactly. So and the funny thing is when people say stuff like that, I genuinely don't feel offended. I just feel like, oh, that's how you see it. Cool. So that's you. It's just I'm like, oh, that's like one of those obanje, orisha, something. I'm like, wait a minute. I think you have something there going on. All right. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. Then I'm like, what if I just out of nowhere, just like, what if I create a collection of orishas, but not orishas, because we already know remotely what orishas look like and the attributes. I was like, that's fine and fair. I mean, I'm not even Yoruba, I'm Igbo, but I was like, fuck it, I love the Yoruba culture, it's in terms of all the heritage stuff and whatnot. So I was like, yeah, what if I make a collection of Orisha's kids, like demigods?
Okay.
We don't have much of demigod stories in Nigeria. So that's basically how the whole Orisha collection came about. That's why we have right now 5 of them, which is like Oindamola Taiwo, we have Shegun, we have Sekiru, and it's the way everything came up together was very beautiful. I can't even lie. Like I really just like I even wrote a lot of backstories behind everything. I just
Okay.
executed a lot of things, and it was nice. So that's really just how the whole NFT stuff came about. Like my collection came about, and yeah, I hope that answered the question because it was. I swear, the way I handle things is very fluid. It's not a very straightforward thing, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, the craze.
All right, no problem. That answered the question actually. You dived in like very, very deep, and I really enjoyed that. So now, you talked about, you were actually learning crypto and also blockchain or Web3 stuff before you dived into NFTs. So that means that before I can build my own collection, I need to have a prior knowledge of crypto, blockchain, and also
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
All right, no problem. So now, my knowledge in the NFT space actually, so I found out that there are lots of chains that you can actually, launch your what's called your NFTs. So why
yeah.
and what chain did you use? Okay, let me rephrase. So what chain did you, launch your collection, and why did you launch on that chain? So you can also add a bonus, okay, the secondary market where you launched and also.
Yeah, yeah. So here's the thing. I had the option of launching it on like Polygon network,
Okay.
but I specifically chose Ethereum network, which is obviously significantly more expensive to even mint.
Okay.
And I purposely handled all that expenses myself because I was like, you know what? I know that Ethereum network is more expensive, the Ethereum blockchain is more expensive, but I was like, you know what? People obviously it's almost like the things are with because I'm a marketing guy as well. Like in almost every company I work in the marketing sector. So there's one thing that you always have to like keep in mind is that you have to feed into people's like psyche. You have to feed into their own like subconscious, like what are they already pre it's always like almost like a premeditated thought. Now in the crypto industry, what is a premeditated thought that Ethereum NFTs are more valuable? You see?
Okay.
It's a premeditated thought because we already know that some of the most expensive some of the most expensive NFTs are on what blockchain? Ethereum blockchain. So it's almost like you're not just marketing yourself for the affordable. I wasn't really marketing myself for affordability, but more so that I see myself and I see my product as very valuable. Now, it might not be very valuable to the people, the potential buyers, but
Okay.
for me as a creator, I value my own work very well. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to value to this point that I'm going to feed into the hype and not just like this is me purposely because I'm not the type of guy that deals with hype and all of that. But I'm like, you know, it's called trend, it's called hype. This is like the Ethereum market is bullish. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to this in mint on the Ethereum blockchain.
Okay.
And yeah, so I literally just minted on the Ethereum blockchain because I feel that's where it should be. This first collection should be on the Ethereum blockchain.
Okay.
Then subsequent collections can be on any other blockchain, which I don't mind. Like maybe Tezos. Like I really look forward to minting on Tezos, in the future. But right now, I would like, I want my Genesis collection. Like I want to be able to like, it wasn't necessarily just because of like I told you, it wasn't for affordability. I wanted that statement. It's all about how you make a statement. Oh, when people are talking to you, like, yeah, I mentioned my Genesis collection on the Ethereum blockchain.
Okay.
There's a little bit of grand, a little
That
bit of,
flex, that flex, that
hey,
man.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
You get me, you
Yeah.
get me. So it was because I wanted my project to be. I went even though like if I look back on it, I'm like, oh wow, I made a lot of mistakes that I really wish I didn't. Like I'd have done differently. But looking back at it, I made more like there's way more good than bad in terms
Okay.
of like how the project was executed, how things were run. So, and one of the biggest things that I'm glad I did was to launch on the Ethereum blockchain because even though it cost me some money to mint, I'm glad it's on there. Like the fact that I have that signature in the blockchain, in the on the Ethereum blockchain, and I have that seal or two in the Ethereum blockchain, boom, I'm good. Like that is what I wanted. So I believe I achieved what I wanted initially. So yeah, that's it.
All right, cool. Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. So the next question I'll be asking that, okay, the heirs of Orisha your NFT collection is only available on OpenSea, right?
Yes, currently.
Okay, it's only available on OpenSea. All right, cool. So now, I'm not a visual illustrator and all sorts. So I'm a developer actually. So what are the opportunities there in the NFT space for visual creators and also?
Well, as a creator, the NFT space offers a wide variety of, opportunities for any and everyone.
Okay,
Like the other day, I was actually invited to a Twitter space and I was asked a similar question. And they basically said, even like, what opportunities lies in the NFT space for people that can't even like create.
okay,
So yeah, that's the thing. The NFT space does cater to a lot of demographic in a sense that this thing, first of all, if you're a creator like myself, obviously you can create art, you can sell art. If you're not necessarily an artist, but you can, do other creative stuff like music, like writing, you can actually sell ebooks, you can sell music through NFTs. You can sell them as NFTs rather. And if you can't do any of those creative stuff, but you're just a business person who's like maybe inclined in NFTs, you can do what we call flipping.
okay,
Flipping is a term that, if you're familiar, if you're a business person, you should know. And it's basically buying an asset for a low price and when obviously letting that asset accrue value over time and then selling it for a profit. So thereby collecting your initial capital in which you invested plus profits on top. So that's basically flipping, and you can do a lot of that in the NFT space. In fact, that is I've met some people that is literally like quite literally one of their main businesses. Like I've met someone rather that he has a team that the goal of his team is to always get whitelisted.
wow,
Like the goal is to always get whitelisted
wow,
and always get to the lowest price of any let's say NFT to buy in at that low price so that maybe a few months later they can sell for a profit. And apparently he had even gotten into I think Bored Apes, but he sold his Bored Ape I think around um I think for an Ethereum at that time,
okay.
only for an Ethereum, and that was like still early on in the hype, before the hype really blew up. So I know, yeah. So that there are people like that. So that's the thing. The NFT space provides a lot of opportunities way beyond just being a creator.
All right.
That's really it.
Okay, okay. All right, no problem. So now, NFTs are a lot of things, yeah. So when I was trying to, understand what NFT truly means, so NFT stands for non-fungible token, all right? So and non-fungible, for something to be
Yeah,
non-fungible, that means there's something that is actually fungible, all right? So and in my own basic understanding
yeah,
of fungible and non-fungible, it's just like 1,000 naira and okay, let me explain. Okay, let me calm down. Let me explain. So fungible is, I give you 1,000 naira and you want to return the 1,000 naira
yeah,
back to me. You can actually give me 500 naira and I can actually collect it.
yeah,
All right. So, but non-fungible means that, okay, as I'm giving you a 1,000 naira, I want you to give me back that 1,000 naira note I'm giving you. It's not just 500. I want you to give me the exact
yeah,
same 500 naira. So for the folks that
yeah.
just need the basic understanding of the meaning of all this fungible and non-fungible token. So basically that's what it means. So now I'm talking about making sales and all sorts. I knew when you made your first sale. Okay. So so how did you
Right.
feel, making your first digital sale on OpenSea and also, your that means your heart is being appreciated. Someone out there, I'm sure you don't know the person who bought the art, but someone out there, saw your heart and
Yeah,
put it on OpenSea. Yeah. How was the whole feeling like? How did you feel? Yeah.
man.
Okay.
It
Take your time.
was
Yeah.
crazy. The thing is that it was crazy because I was actually at a friend's place when it happened. Like when I saw the email that congratulations, your art has been sold. I was like,
Boom.
no way.
Okay.
Okay, so listen, I was at a friend's place. I was actually at a friend's place doing work because wherever I am, always working. So I was at a friend's place working on another illustration for a client, and at that time I was like, you know what, I'll just do my thing, all of that. And when I saw that email, I got that email from OpenSea. It was like I thought it was like one of those notice emails from OpenSea, like, oh, maybe check out a promotion or stuff like that. But
Okay.
I look closer and say, your art has been collected. I was like, it has been what? For how much? For 0.05 Ethereum at the time. I was like, which is the floor price anyway, but I was like, no way.
Okay.
I was like, no way, fuck. Okay. That was an extremely euphoric. I cannot even lie. Like the thing is that I'm not I never consider myself an NFT artist. I'm a creator. Like you don't have to put any NFT tag on me because I only use NFTs as a medium to make other type of digital sales. I can still sell my art physically. Like someone can walk up to me and like, oh, I want to buy this art, but like a print, like this type of stuff. Okay. I'll sell it to you. That's fine. But like being able to make a digital sale in a entirely new industry was something that was extremely eye-opening, and it was so hard. It was really warming because obviously like I come from a Nigerian, like a strong Nigerian household, so like first of all, being an artist already is already it's already
okay. They'll be like your mates are out there, going
yeah,
to 9 to 5. You are in your room drawing all sort of sketches.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And on top of that, like parents obviously they would rather, I'm an engineer or a doctor, all of that stuff. And there's already that standard. And obviously I'm not the proudest kid out there for them. It's hilarious. I can't even lie. Like at some point, I just have to laugh at it. It is what it is.
Obviously.
So yeah, but making that sale, it's not like as if I'd never sold anything before, like of my works. Like I worked on Fiverr. Like I've had clients, international clients through Fiverr before. But like being able to like say, okay, I've sat down, I thought about this art. I said, this is what I like. I don't know if anybody else would like it. That's different. Normally, I'd work for clients who tell me what they like, and I draw for them. But this time, this was what I like, and I'm now showing it to you. So your perspective is completely subjective. Like I cannot say, oh, you don't like it? Nah, because you don't have sense. I can't do that because it's my own art. It's my own perspective. So someone now buying my own perspective, someone buying my own, ingenuity or whatever, it just felt surreal. And it's something I'm eternally grateful. And it actually it doesn't make me, let's say, relax in life, like, I've made it. No, it just makes me say, yeah, I need to fucking go at it. Like, that means that my art is actually valuable beyond my own perception. And yeah, I just have to keep pushing, to be honest. Like, it was absolutely insane. I can't lie. That was it, man.
Okay. So remind me first thing tomorrow morning to pick up my pen and start drawing. I need to start drawing. Okay. For real, like the whole NFT space is crazy. It's crazy. So there's a question that keep buzzing in my head, and I'm sure a lot of people out there too are also wondering, because there are so many drawings of NFTs. Like you see a very, very crazy art, and you see someone actually purchasing that. So like, how does all these NFT artworks, how does he appreciate and how does he gain value? Because some people actually terminate it as money laundering. Just a picture of a monkey and you're throwing lots of dollars, thousands of dollars on it just to like buy. So how does he appreciate value, and like why does it gain that much traction? And also because we have seen BAYC, we have seen a lot of derivative of BAYC. So, and some are actually terrible looking, some are actually good looking, and also I've seen so many NFTs like on Solana, on Ethereum, so many, like there are so many. So how does NFT artworks, how does it gain value?
Well, I would have said one word, but sort of a two-word thing. PR.
Okay, PR.
It's PR, which I've actually forgotten what the full meaning of that is. But I do know that it basically means like how you market something, Jesus, give me a second. I need to, this is even for my own personal edification from PR meaning.
Wait, are you from
public relations?
God.
Public relations.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so.
Okay. I thought you were actually kidding. Okay, all right.
See, I have my laptop and everything.
Okay.
See, I have let me show you. Let me show you something. I have literally my laptop and everything here. So
Okay.
I'm always ready.
All right.
I'm
All
always
right.
ready.
All right.
But PR basically means public relations, and public relations is basically how PR and public relations, whatever, is basically how you make people perceive whatever product you're trying to sell to them, or maybe how they perceive your brand. Now, if you look at if I mention Nike now, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Oh God, sneakers. God, expensive sneakers, exclusive and exquisite sneakers. God have mercy. Like I can die for sneakers. God.
You see, now the first time, now this is right now your current knowledge of Nike, but like the first time you saw Nike without any PR, you just started as, oh, a nice looking, sneaker, a nice looking this. But the more you expose the market to the PR, to the
Okay.
public relations, to the marketing of Nike, you start to understand that, oh, this is not just any sneaker. This is not just any sneaker brand. This is the sneaker brand. This is that sneaker brand. This is the Oga Kwata Kwata.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is that brands like Nike, brands like Louis Vuitton, brands like even Supreme, they're not just selling you a product. Maybe they're not just selling you this mouse. They're selling you the experience. They're telling you that when you scroll with this mouse, more you feel at ease.
Okay.
You know, when you're scrolling with this mouse, you're not just scrolling to see the page, but you're scrolling to see the next step in your vision. You see, that's they're selling you an experience. It's all
Okay.
in your head.
All right.
It's all in your head. So that is the same thing with NFTs. They're not necessarily just selling you the picture of a monkey holding a iPhone, or a monkey with a sergeant with an army beret or whatever. They're actually selling you an experience, because they're telling you that, okay, like look at Bored Ape Yacht Club, for example. Bored Ape Yacht Club, you buy one of the Bored Apes, and what did they tell you? They tell you that you can join their exclusive membership, whatever, and with lots of high class people. That's one of the main experiences. Second is that they'll tell you that you can join there. Was it weekly, whatever? There's a session that they have where you can. It's like a VR space, or a digital space rather, where you can literally draw on a bathroom wall. Like, it's some crazy shit. You see, they're not just selling you the NFT. Like, the NFT is there. Awesome. It's an identity. It's your Web3 identity. If you want to select that, boom, that's good enough. But then the thing that they're trying to offer you more than just that, which is the case for many NFTs, and also for not for many other NFTs, because I know some NFTs out there that are just out there for like cash grabs. But but to answer your question directly, how do NFTs gain value? It's true. Okay, there are two fundamental ways how NFTs gain value. One is through their actual utility, not the utility that everybody's saying utility, but there's no actual utility. But it's true actual utility. Now, just a disclaimer, I'm currently working on another NFT project, but not for myself. This is not for me. This is for a much larger body of enterprise. That's just all I'm going to say. I'm working on an NFT project for a enterprise, or a project that is not my own. I'm just a part of them. And it's absolutely beautiful. The reason why I say it's beautiful is because this is my first time working on a collection that's going to be like 10,000 pieces.
Wow.
And I'm like, fuck.
With 10,000,
I've been working on it for like
10,000 pieces. Are they going to be hand drawn or AI generated?
The thing is that I'm individually drawing all the unique traits.
Okay.
But then it's going to be AI. It's not necessarily AI, but it's going to be coded to be, randomized, all the traits and layers. So it's my job and my duty to, first of all, list out all the traits, like with the rest of the team, list out all the traits, list out everything, do all of that stuff, and do our thing, stuff like that. Like, I can't really give too much info. Everything's confidential. Don't mind.
I understand.
So that being the case, that's like one way, like I told you, one way that you can actually provide value is by actually providing valuable utility. Now, another way that NFTs can provide value is by just like I told you, by PR, and also there's utility. So with the utility stuff, there's actually this utility that I love so much, which is a really complex utility, but it's one of my favorites. Now, the complex utility is basically using the NFTs as a staking system in a protocol.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you're familiar with the NFT space, so you already understand how that was supposed to work. So the NFT is basically just another token in their own tokenomics. And by holding the NFT, you're now joining the proof of stake system, and you're now gaining over time, maybe in a year, 10% APY, something like that.
Okay.
You get so that is also another way that NFTs can gain value, because people are like, oh, I could literally just hold this NFT and over time I'll get like my interest. You see, that's another way NFTs can gain value aside from PR, which is publicity, marketing, and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically how this industry works. It's absolutely wild. I can't lie.
All right. So it's getting more fun. It's getting more intense. So we'll be going for a very little short break, and we'll be right back to conclude the whole thing. So stay tuned, guys. Not a sponsored post, but I just feel like sharing with everybody. This is educative.io. So educative.io is an online learning platform just like Udemy, Udacity, and they are currently running a year-end discount of 10% off 1 year and 20% off 2 year subscription. So Educative is a really nice platform where I get to like learn a lot of things. I'm currently learning simplifying machine learning with Python. So you can take any course on the platform and you get certified. And also, as a creator, you also get to create awesome answers and shots on, as you can see on Educative. As you can see, I have quite a few articles on here. So I just felt like sharing with everybody. So make your 2023 count and make it awesome. Yeah, that's all. So welcome back, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you're learning from Mr. Vitalis. Oh, he said Vitalis. Hope you're learning from Vitalis. All right. So we have talked about a lot of things actually. We've talked about a lot of things, PR, having exclusive access to, a lot of things on the NFT space, staking and also. So there's something that I also like to chip in here. So an NFT will also gain value based on the artist, all right? And there's a popular example I always tell most of my friends, and it is the example of Mona Lisa. So most of us know about Mona Lisa,
right.
That very awesome painting by Leonardo da Vinci. So the painting is very, very expensive. Like it is very, very expensive. So what I'm now trying to bring out from this whole chart is that assuming Leonardo da Vinci is alive right now, and he makes a drawing and he draws something regarding an NFT and it's launched on probably any blockchain. So trust me, that NFT is definitely very expensive. It will be very, very expensive. And one added advantage of NFTs is that you can have your NFT in your wallet. You can have your NFT in your wallet. You can carry it up and down. But imagine me trying to ship that. Okay, I bought Mona Lisa during an auction. Now imagine me trying to like ship down Mona Lisa from probably US or UK. The money I'm going to spend on security is going to be crazy. Like nothing must happen to that page.
I swear.
Nothing must happen to it. So that's one of the other advantages of making your art digital and putting out there for people to appreciate and probably just buy it off your hands. So a lot has been said. So I would just want Vitalis give us a brief rundown, like just summarize everything that we have been talking about so far, so that we can call it a day. So we can just take from the top.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you mentioned earlier, even like about people trying to get into the NFT space. One advice I'd definitely give any and everyone is please first, okay, there's a lot of things I always say because people get a little carried away in the whole crypto space. But here's the thing: number one thing is do not put a single penny into the crypto market, into the NFT market, without taking at least a month or two to properly study, do some research on the market, to understand what you're doing, to understand what is going on. Because personally, now I can say this I can say this from experience that before I even like got into the NFT space, it took me like at least roughly around 6 months And that is not even exaggerating because I knew about the NFT market around 2000 last year. Around last year April,
Okay.
and by last year, like November, December, that's when I started just, being more like hands-on. Like I was joining a lot of Twitter spaces. Like in that time space, I've just been like going on YouTube, watching a bunch of, NFT videos. Just how do you make NFTs? What are their values? Why are NFTs valuable? All that stuff. I've been watching them for like 6 months, just straight up doing my thing, understanding the market. But then later on, I even started joining Twitter spaces, started joining NFT communities, stuff like that. So before I ever even like properly minted a proper like my own collection for the first time, I actually already spent at least 6, 7, if not almost 10 months in the NFT space. Now that is just because I genuinely wanted to take things nice and slow. But for those of you that you feel like your blood is hot, which I say calm down, the market is not going anywhere. I'll tell you that for a fact. But
Okay.
all I just say is really just take it easy. Take it one step at a time. Do not rush into any sort of, even though it might seem like this a one chance something. There's always this. Every day we miss one chance opportunity. Let's be honest with ourselves. Every day we miss those
Facts.
opportunities. So
Facts.
this is not going to be any different. And this one, but it might be different in the sense that if you put your money in and it goes bad, it could go really, really bad. You see?
Yeah.
So that's the thing about the whole NFT market. And if you try to get into it for the first time, all I'd say is do your research. If Obi tells you one thing, if Ayo tells you another thing, do your research, guy. Like that's the best thing you can do. Like for me, how I learned NFTs was by doing my own research. People tell me one thing or the other. That's fine. I'll give them the credits. But I still at the end of the day went back to my laptop, went back on what we call the internet. And this thing called YouTube.
Wow, that's a revelation. I haven't heard about these technologies before.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mind blowing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's an interconnected website of,
Mm, mm,
frameworks and whatnot.
I'm actually learning a new thing right now. Like I'm learning a lot of things right now. Internet, YouTube. I think I should probably write that
Man,
down. Don't you think?
I'm sorry for sounding like petty or whatever, but the truth is that almost every okay, these courses that people be selling that, oh, come and learn crypto, come and learn NFT from through my course. The course, I'm not saying that anybody's course is bad. I'm just saying that what are the points of courses? Courses are just compiled information, are structured information. That's the difference between courses and just normal research. For me, I like very few times I like taking courses. Like maybe if I need a certificate for a course, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this course. Or if I just need to learn something fast, which is what some of you want to do, yes, go ahead and do courses. But if you want to really like dive deep into your own and understand a lot of things from your own perspective, and so for me it works better for me to do my own research. I literally just do my own research. I go on Google, I go on YouTube, I just do my thing, type NFT, type why is this one valuable. And the best part is that when you're doing your own research, this is one of the pros and cons of courses. Now the pros of courses is that everything's structured, everything's like a tier system. There's level 1, level 2, level 3. So they're gradually progressing your knowledge from beginner to intermediate to advanced. That's the good thing about courses. They take you on a ride, this type of ride. But when you do the cons of personal research is that it's like this. One time you're learning about the beginning of how to get into NFT. Before you know it, they'll tell you that solidity is coming inside, that you have to come and
Yeah,
they'll
that's
start telling you about some code, some JavaScript. You just like, there you go. So that's the thing. But another pro about, but a pro about this thing, personal research is that with personal research, you can actually read articles about, one thing about, okay, courses won't provide you with general public articles. But with personal research, you see other people's and other companies' perspective on this same thing you're talking about or you're researching. You see their perspective. You see oh, maybe Wall Street Journal said this about NFTs. They probably said that NFTs is bad. Don't invest your money. This one would say that NFT is good. then you see, you'll be like, oh, why did they say that is bad? Are they just being biased or do they have a point? Now you'll be like, why did this person say that it's good? Are they being biased or are they actually being, factual? So that's the thing. That's the upside about personal research, which is what I do a lot. And very few times I take courses, to be quite frank with you. But yeah, that is really just my advice to anyone getting into the space for the first time. Do your own research. Literally, it is free of charge unless you're buying data. Then that's the only money you're spending. Literally, do your own research. It goes the longest way. It does not go a long way, but it goes the longest way.
Okay.
Trust me.
All
So yeah,
right.
that is really it, to be honest.
Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining the call. Thank you for taking that time out, joining the session. It was insightful, it has been helpful. So I'm going to drop the link to your NFT collection in the comment section. I will drop your Twitter handle. Is that fine? All right, so I'll drop your Twitter handle
Yeah,
in the
sure,
comment.
sure. My socials.
So I'll drop your social handles so that in case anybody have any other question, they can actually reach out to you and you can also just shed more light and also. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining. So and I hope to see
My pleasure.
visual designers, coming up with their own NFT connections and making some big moves in the NFT space. So thank you so much, guys, and peace out.
Sure. Yeah. Easy, easy.